The cholera outbreak in Yemen that we reported on earlier this year is now being called, quote, the largest ever recorded in any country in a single year, which is not the way diseases are supposed to work in the modern era. We're supposed to be better at dealing with them, not worse. But there are now 5,000 new cases just within Yemen every single day. And so far, the death toll is already over 1,000, a quarter of which, and growing, is children. Now, obviously, there's a civil war going on there, and because of that, Yemen's infrastructure, in all senses, but medically as well, has been largely destroyed, mostly due to the US-backed Saudi airstrikes. And it's believed, as bad as it is now, that it will actually get worse once Yemen enters its rainy season later on this year. So that's obviously tragic news and only getting worse. Back here in America, we had Made in America week, and we've got a little bit of irony for you there. Not only during that week did Donald Trump and his family continue to produce almost every single one of their products outside of America, but Mar-A-Lago applied for 70 new foreign worker visas. Now, granted, they will be making American cakes, beautiful big cakes in Mar-A-Lago, but it will not be Americans doing it necessarily.
No, you know, but you can't find Americans to do those jobs.
You can't. To make cake?
Americans don't want to cook food. We don't have a rec, we don't have a history doing it. You got to go outside the country. That's skilled, technical work that you can only find.
You got to outsource it.
I should have called it Irony Made in America Week or something like that.
I am dumbfounded. I think it's a failure of politics because I don't think I am at my core wrong. I mean, I'm wrong about a lot, but at its core, there was an effective anti-Trump strategy about making all of his products abroad, and it failed. It was never attempted correctly. It was not stuck to.
See, late night hosts that did most of it.
Right, and maybe it wouldn't. Maybe the guy was impervious to any sort of dent in the armor. Well, there's strong evidence that that was the case. But I still felt like, hey man, this is a very base level. This is the kind of thing that Americans are like, you kidding me? You don't make your stuff here, and we never really went after it. We went after the wrong things.
I mean, I think the point was made. The hypocrisy of Trump is on display in a lot of ways. But you're right; it's right there on every tag in a way that is demonstrable.
Exactly.
It was talked about. It was, but I think he, in a way, was bulletproof. And during the campaign, again, I know we always refer back to the campaign a lot, but it was sort of an important campaign. Hillary was anything but bulletproof. It seemed as though a lot of stuff stuck to her that wasn't sticking to him, and this is one of those things that didn't stick.
I heard that she produced most of her Trump products overseas. I don't think she got enough criticism for that. Yeah, but that's of course why we are mentioning this. In case any Trump viewers are watching this, he's not actually on your side, right? Finally, earlier this week, during the healthcare fallout from it falling apart, and Donald Trump wants to get it back on track, he had a meeting where he called on the Senate to take away their recess in August and not rest until they passed a healthcare bill. And at that time, both J.R. Jackson and myself predicted that would probably be a do as I say, not as I do sort of thing. And there's now evidence that that is the case. The FAA issued flight restrictions around a Trump property in New Jersey for August 3rd to August 20th, which it generally does when Donald Trump is outside of the White House and staying somewhere else. So it looks like he's gonna be spending about 3 weeks playing golf in New Jersey, which is, of course, as we all know, the best way to pass healthcare bills.
Can you imagine going to a New Jersey golf resort for 17 days when you could go anywhere in the world?
Yeah.
That is true. Yes.
Can you imagine going to a New Jersey golf resort for 17 days and your golf game still being so bad that you need to openly cheat to the point that everyone's talking about?
I don't know, is that right? I didn't.
Oh yes,
I've heard that.
I have friends who are in that circle, these CEOs who play golf with him, and say, oh, he's a notorious cheater. Everybody talks about it all the time. Yeah, behind his back.
Well, we're gonna hear later on the show about how good at sports he is. We're gonna break down if that's likely.
He's great at sports.
If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.